Hey everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new review of Tesla model. This is dual motor. So we have 560 kilometers of range. I have my little notes here. So this is the Tesla key card that you get. You can use your phone or you can just buy a physical key from Tesla. So as you can see, the car is in front, lights are on. This is the base white color you get free. It used to be black, now it's white. You have 5 colors to choose. A little bit about specs. Range, as mentioned, 560 kilometers. In winter it's a little bit less, around 460. And so this car had 4.6 seconds 0 to 100 kilometers, and now there was an update, so a little more efficient battery management. 4.4 0 to 100. We're going to test that later. And top speed is 233 kilometers. Lights went off, but you can see the trunk space has 425 liters. It's 542 if you see the extra compartment on the bottom that is full at the moment. Really deep storage area. And then with the, I found like info 890 with a Frunk, which at this moment I'm not going to open because there's some latch release problem. It needs to go to a service. Basically the second release won't open, which is in case it opens in driving, so it doesn't let the hood go up. There's a little probably hardware issue, but it's gonna be fixed in warranty. So 75 kilowatt hour battery. You can really charge this car fast. New door handles, you press in, you push it out. The owner is going to be next to me while I'm driving, so we're going to jump in the car because it's a little bit windy outside and cold. This is the black interior. So let's put our seatbelt on, safety first as always. And we're just going to talk a little bit about the interior. So it's really minimalistic. Good overview around you. The blind spot is good visible on the side because there's a lot of windows. Even the panoramic roof, it looks excellent. Interior dash, there's a 15-inch screen like on your MacBook. It's iPad quality. It's really responsive. You can have this simple view, or you can change it to satellite. You can add traffic information just like this. Interesting, you can go into the car, you can go to display settings. Just going to show you, this is how it looks on day. It's a little bit bright now probably on the camera. I'm not sure if it's focusing on the auto ISO, so I'm going to leave it on this dark mode. Doom lights turn on. You saw that when I entered the car. Gonna leave it off. Now we're gonna head on driving. I just want to mention this. Now this is where your speed is. This is in park currently. It's obviously automatic single gear since it's electric car. I press the brakes, lights come on, car is ready to drive. The key card I showed you, so the owner has his phone, he's in the car, so the car automatically is unlocked. If you have the key, you place it next to the cup holders towards the armrest, and the car should be on if you don't have your phone connected. So it's like a Mercedes. You press down for drive. Now you won't see this, although the doom lights are on. Actually, the ambient lights called in Tesla, they might go off when you start driving. I won't use brakes because the car is really, the battery system is warm and there's regenerative braking. 90, I would say probably almost 99%, but let's be realistic. Let's say at least a 90% you won't be using your car brakes, so you're just using the car's regenerative braking. And this is a little colorful. I'm gonna turn off the traffic. We're gonna head on out and not talk anymore. So that was like cruise control and not available. I've kind of pressed it again, although it was in drive. Maybe just a little bit habit. First thing you notice if you're in an electric car is the lack of combustion engine, internal combustion engine noise. So the only noises you hear are tire noise, a little bit of wind, and some weird sounds that cooling system for the battery does, or some other like weird electric car noises, but most of the time you just forget about those. Now we're going to show you the difference between driving modes. Now this car, because it almost weighs 2 tons, I think it was something about 2,800, excuse me. So it's almost a 2-ton car. It has a really it's heavy, so it has a low center of gravity because of the heavy battery pack, which is under the floor of the car. So you're really stable on the road. This is a dual motor, as I mentioned, so it has 2 electric motors. Both generate something around maybe 400 horsepower. It's really easy to forget that this is actually equivalent to a performance car. It's not, you know, it could be your daily driver, but it's basically not. It's a performance car. Torque is instant, obviously best feature of the electric cars. You can easily start speeding. Now we're currently in the chill mode. There are 3 modes. There's chill, there's something like, I forgot the word, probably normal. I'm gonna check the word later. And there's sport. In this model, if it doesn't have the optional feature, you can buy another feature of unlocking for 2,000 euros or dollars. You can unlock extra power, get even faster 0 to 60. I'm gonna sponge it a little bit here. This is in chill. In chill mode, it's nice and smooth acceleration, and I'm going to show you the other mode that is more responsive. It's not that chill, so definitely you're gonna see. Now the handling, the steering wheel also, you can change these features. So now it's, I think we left it in normal. I'm going to actually press twice down, and we are in, as you can see, in self-driving. The car recognizes lanes, although there's only the middle lane, but as you can see on the screen, and you can tap on the screen the functions. It's flashing blue. It wants you to confirm that you are in control. So now it's speeded up to a last speed limit it recognized. Sometimes it recognizes the other lane speed limits. I'm gonna press the brake. It disengages the autopilot or the cruise control, which is blue in the middle. And I'm going to, on the traffic light, show you. Actually, I have to go here to the car menu, and I have to go to driving. Whoops, that was display. Driving. Paying attention to the road. Okay, third charm, got it. So it's called standard. So standard is really more responsive. For the steering wheel, you have sport. So the comfort is really like most cars, really easy to maneuver steering wheel. It's really light. Then you have the standard, it's a little resistant, and sport is really resistant if you want to drive more dynamically. In the corners, you're gonna feel the most resistance. Now we're gonna come to a little space where we can do a little harder, like faster speed up over here, and I'm in chill acceleration mode. So I'm just gonna, from 30, press on, and it's really, you know, smooth, linear. And if I go to standard, I'm not even using brakes, I just let go of the gas pedal. It's a lot faster. Now the car was coming near me, so I didn't want to speed up. Because of him, he probably wouldn't expect me to speed up so fast, because I am faster than him with all this power. Now I'm purposely leaving some space. 30, I'm gonna just sponge it. Wow, see? You get this instant, you get a kickback, you get instant acceleration. There's even this whoosh sound that I cannot imitate completely. So it's definitely more responsive. So we're gonna go back to chill. Probably in the city you're gonna just, you know, stay and chill. Now the suspension of this, the Model 3 doesn't have the air suspension like S and X models, but the owner has two business cars, both Tesla Model 3s. So one is the standard range, and this is the extended range. So he said there's a difference between weight. Obviously in the base model you don't get the front motor, you can only get the rear electric motor, so there's less weight and the car is more comfortable. The suspension is comfortable, it is damping the bumps and potholes pretty good, but the car is heavy and it's on 18-inch alloy wheels that have hubcaps, so you can remove those if you want, or you can keep them as curb protection. So I probably, because of the brakes, the size of the brakes that are regenerating the energy when you're braking, you cannot put a lower dimension of a tire or like thicker tire, so you're stuck with 18-inch. And you know, on that tire you should definitely you know, feel a little bit more harder, and this is definitely a performance car, so it goes together. There's a performance version that has a little bit lower suspension. This doesn't, although the car when you sit in it is sitting a little bit low. It's something I would compare to Audi A4, maybe Volkswagen Passat is a little bit uplifted, you're not that low into the car. Now also, if I tap once, this is the speed cruise control. You can press the plus and minus, or use the little controls on your, still a little bit GoPro, sometimes even acts, I don't know if I mentioned accidentally voice command. Anyway, I was saying, if you're driving, you can initiate the cruise control. You can use little controls on the steering wheel. Left is for the cruise, excuse me, right, and then left for your volume. Now I can't play too long for not to get a copyright strike, but you get immersive sound, 14 speakers and an amplifier on the back. Definitely one of the best stereo or music systems in the car for sure. Now again, once tap cruise control, double tap, you get, whoops, there was some potholes. Blue steering wheel on the side is Autopilot, so it's keeping you in the lane. It's gonna, in the curves, follow. So if you press the brake, it's gonna switch off. So we're now coming to a freeway or highway, whatever you call it in your country, and we're gonna speed up just so you can hear some noises in the car. There's gonna be daytime driving, although I went really late today, so it's kind of sort of daytime and nighttime driving. But without me talking, we can hear all of the engine, excuse me, I'm used to saying engine noises, there is no engine. You can hear the noises, the tire noises, the wind noise in the cabin, stuff like that, for this electric car. I'm gonna speed up to 150 if we get a chance, according to the traffic, because here in Croatia we have a 10% tolerance to the speed limit and to the speedometer not being 100% correct. Although I would bet in Tesla, this is GPS correct probably, but still we have that law, so we're gonna use it. I'm gonna chill. The LED lights are excellent. The GoPro is not that good. I'm gonna show you later with an iPhone. We're gonna go where there's no street lights. Excellent performance. Driving about 100 kilometers per hour. Tire noise, we are on summer tires, not on winter. Winter tires are even more noisier. little side wind coming from the mirrors and maybe A-pillar. We're gonna speed up to, let's say 150, but we're gonna go to standard. Standard. That was fast. 140. More wind noise. I'm gonna speed up a little bit to 150. A lot more wind noise. But pretty responsive. You just press. I'm gonna press it now. Well, I'm not going to. There's a car in front. I wanted to press it all the way. So, okay, now all the way. This is flying like nuts. Chill. Once again, all the way. It's more linear, smooth. There's no kick. Once again, cruise control. In cruise control, it recognizes the cars in front of you. Of course, in the city it could stop, go, fully stop, double press. It's keeping me in the lane. It's dark, but my hands are next to the steering wheel, confirming that I'm holding it. The road is going sideways, it's following it, so it's pretty nice. And the full autopilot, it could change the lanes just by pressing a blinker. It could stop on the stoplights, on the traffic lights. It could basically almost drive you from point A to point B. In the future, that's for sure going to be available. Okay, so you're cruising, there's a lot of wind noise, and you want some music. Excellent sound speakers. I wish I can test it longer, but definitely you forget about the noise. So I'm just waiting not to miss my exit. So I pressed the brake and I canceled the autopilot and the cruise control, but we're on our exit. Now the cars I left, you can see here when it goes green, it's recuperating energy. When I press gray, it's spending energy. So now we're on low. I'm just gonna go to standard braking. I can feel it. It's more aggressive. Even now you can see how fast I slow down. You're gonna probably use low. It's pretty nice. You get used to it. It's incredible how easy you get used to the fact that there isn't no screen. That there isn't no screen in front of your steering wheel. It's just easy. And that the car is braking by itself. Actually, the electric motor is braking. When you're not, you just let go of the accelerator pedal and it starts braking. And low really gently, and then in standard a little more aggressive, and depending on what you like. And this is the excellent feature. Just I can get used to this easily. In future, this will be available in almost every car. Of course, the electric cars are really expensive now. The batteries are expensive, but with the development of this technology, the prices are going to drop and become more affordable to the masses. A little cool feature. You can always see here traffic next to you and the car. Now if you want to experience this in Croatia, Tesla is coming to our market. At least they would say they're coming in 2020, but until that happens, there's only one spot you can test this car. So the owner has test rides. You can come get for 1 hour full experience. If you're Croatia, in Zagreb, you can have full experience in the car. So in kunas, it's 450 kunas. If there's 3 of you, that's really cheap. He can take you for a test drive, show you all the functionalities of the car. And you know, if you have really driving experience, you can put insurance, the down payment, and you can test this on a highway, or if you want to go for a longer trip, is going to find some time and you can go for a longer trip. There's 2 cars, so you can test this is a dual motor, and you can check the standard range. So really impressing. This car can charge so fast. We went to a fairly like fast charger, not super fast, but 50 kilowatt hours. In half an hour you get 200 kilometers. So maybe even almost half a battery. So there's really no battery anxiety with this model. With the standard plus model, you know, you should plan your trips, but in city commute there really shouldn't be any problem. Definitely 1 coffee is all that you need to recharge your car. It's so fast these days. It's going to be even faster in the future. So all the comments like it's too long, it's just, they're not valid anymore. Okay guys, no street lights. This is the long beam, this is normal. We're gonna put the car into driving into standard. This is a little bit more kick down, so there's no launch control. You just press it all the way. Wow, that was fast. I'm gonna come back to comfort. This is more linear, more smooth. I'm gonna come back down to 0 once again. Wow. And that's it. So this part is usually lighting up on LED street lights. This part is usually never on, but I'm just gonna stop here that there's no traffic and show you the difference between the GoPro and the iPhone, which has a better camera. Okay guys, these are the lights. Weird noises you hear is cars, probably, I'm assuming, cooling system for the battery. So these are the long beam. I can see in person a lot more on the edges, but that's it. Okay, I'm kind of just reversing here. You can see the backing camera is really excellent, but for some reason Tesla didn't include all the cameras around the car and a 360 parking system. Maybe something in the future for the over-the-air updates. And okay, so we're summing this up. I mean, there's a lot to say, but not enough time as always. Excellent car, my dream car personally. Maybe in a year or 2, we'll see. Definitely, in my opinion, best electric car that you can get at this moment, considering all the technology, the charging network and all. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I always ended up in garage, so you can see the interior. Crazy looking. Well, crazy in comparison with the other cars you get used to, for this philosophy of minimalism. Now, good soundproof, a little bit slow closing window if I notice, but it's amazing how this car is silent when their windows are down, which I haven't tested. By the way, front window goes all the way down, rear almost, not fully. So I'm gonna find a parking spot and park. Okay, parking space, a little tricky, but I sure will manage. So, up for reverse, there's a backing camera. Croatia, it's mandatory to turn on your hazards, so cars behind you see what you're attempting to do. And gonna correct myself. I'm used to using the mirrors, but gonna straighten up a little bit. Reverse. You have these guidelines. The hips of the car are a little bit wide, so if you're watching the mirrors, but you know, camera should help you out, and the parking sensors you see on the avatar. If you like this video, please give it a massive like, be a cool person. Leave your comment below. What do you think about Tesla Model 3? Would you get one? What kind of one? And as always, stay safe on the road. If you already haven't, subscribe to the channel. In that case, click the little bell to get notifications when I upload a new video. And as always, stay safe on the road. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.